All right, welcome to the Explainer. So HighLevel's big Level Up 2025 event just happened, and wow, it was a fire hose of updates. And if you're running an agency, you're probably thinking, okay, what does all this actually mean for me? Don't worry, we've waded through all of it and pulled out the absolute must-know upgrades that are going to change how you work.
You know, this quote right here, this was pretty much the theme for everything they announced. It's all about one thing, closing that gap between your big ideas and actually seeing them make an impact for your clients. Think about it, right? Less time fumbling with the tools and more time actually delivering the goods. That's really the promise here.
Okay, so we've sorted all the dozens of updates into 5 big buckets that really map to how you run your agency. The platform's big evolution, how to really supercharge your growth engine, putting a smarter AI to work for you, taking your client delivery to the next level, and finally, doing it all on a much faster, smarter platform. Let's just dive right in.
First up, the next evolution. So, what do they mean by a disciplined upgrade? Sounds a bit corporate, right? Well, what it really means is that nothing is random here. Every single new feature is part of a bigger plan to make the whole platform smarter, faster, and just smoother to use. This isn't about just tacking on more features. It's about fundamentally rethinking your workflow.
Okay, next section, supercharging your growth engine. Let's talk about the absolute lifeblood of any agency, getting new clients. The tools we're about to cover are all designed to help you find more business and, more importantly, win more business. It's about turning your sales process into a finely tuned, well-oiled machine.
So, how do you take someone who's just searching around and turn them into a red-hot lead in like minutes? You know, prospecting has always been a grind. It's a numbers game, and honestly, a lot of it is just tedious manual work for maybe a small reward. But what if you could just flip that script? Automate the boring parts and just focus on what you're good at, closing deals.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. The old way? Hours spent on Google, sending out generic pitches, basically a ton of research. The new way? We're talking instant prospecting, killer visual SEO audits, and custom reports that actually look like you spent a week on them. The move from manual grunt work to automated, high-impact outreaches, well, it's a total game changer.
And here's your new toolkit. This is where the magic really happens. First, you use the bulk prospecting tool to pull a whole list of qualified local businesses right from Google Maps, instantly. Then you generate one of these incredible interactive SEO heat maps to visually show a prospect exactly where they're ranking in their own neighborhood. And finally, you wrap it all up in a polished, branded PDF report that just screams professionalism. It's a complete, seamless workflow that takes you from finding a lead to closing them.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about AI, because this isn't just about chatbots answering "what are your hours" anymore. The new conversational AI has evolved into something much more like a new digital teammate, a really smart, multi-talented one that can understand context and nuance on a level that, frankly, was impossible before.
First big thing, your AI can now understand intent. I mean, just imagine never having to manually sort through incoming messages again. The AI can figure out, hey, this is a sales question, or this is a support ticket, and just automatically send it to the right person or department. That means way faster responses and a much happier customer.
And get this, your AI can now respond to images. It can actually see what your clients are seeing. So if they've got a problem, they can just snap a screenshot, send it over, and the AI can analyze it to figure out what's going on. It completely cuts out all the back and forth and the guesswork. You just get to the solution faster.
And this is huge. Your AI can now process audio, so your clients can just leave a quick voice note instead of typing everything out. The AI will transcribe it, understand it, and can even reply right there in the chat. The conversation just keeps flowing and you get all the info without ever having to listen to a single voicemail. What a time saver.
Now, you might be thinking this all sounds super complicated to set up, right? Well, that's the best part. You absolutely do not need to be a developer to build these things anymore. They've introduced a new visual flow-based builder. It's literally drag and drop. You can visually map out an entire conversation on a canvas. What are the intents? What are the actions? How does it respond? And you can build these really sophisticated human-like assistants without touching a single line of code.
Okay, so you've won the client. You've got your fancy new AI handling the front lines. What's next? Well, now it's time to deliver. Let's look at the new tools that are going to help you get incredible results and, just as importantly, prove your value month after month.
This is awesome. The reputation management tool now has competitor analysis built right in. This is such a powerful way to show your clients what you're doing for them. You can pull up a chart like this and say, look, here's your review count and rating versus your top 2 competitors. It's not just about justifying your fee, it's about spotting opportunities to really push them ahead of the pack.
And of course, it's all about connecting with customers wherever they are. Your clients' customers are on a dozen different platforms, and now you can too. The Unified Conversations inbox is getting even more unified, pulling in some of the fastest-growing social channels out there.
Yep, they've added TikTok DMs and comment automations, Meta's Threads, and even Blue Sky. This means you can manage every single one of these conversations, set up automations, and respond to people all from one single inbox. Nothing falls through the cracks. It's that simple.
And then there's social listening. This is a big one. It basically lets you move from being reactive to being proactive. Instead of just waiting for someone to tag your client's brand, you can now monitor keywords and conversations across all the major platforms. This lets you jump into relevant discussions, shape the conversation, and spot potential fires before they even start.
All right, last section. Let's talk about the platform itself, the engine that runs your whole agency, because a high-performing agency needs a high-performing engine. And these core upgrades are all about making you faster, more efficient, and just making your day-to-day work feel a whole lot smoother.
And these aren't just little tweaks. We're talking complete overhauls of the tools you live in every single day. The Conversations inbox, totally redesigned for speed and clarity. The contact detail page, rebuilt so you can find what you need with way fewer clicks. The mobile app has been rebuilt from the ground up to be faster and more powerful. And, huge for funnel builders, Element Templates lets you save and reuse custom sections, which is going to save you an insane amount of time.
And for all you Mac users out there, this is big news. There's now a native desktop app. It's in private beta, but it's designed to give you a faster, distraction-free environment to work in. So, the bottom line is, no matter where or how you work, desk, on the go, Mac, the platform is just faster and easier to get to.
So let's just pull this all together. What's the big takeaway? Your agency has been seriously upgraded. You've got tools to find leads faster than ever with bulk prospecting and those visual SEO audits. You can automate with a much smarter AI that gets intent, images, and even audio. You're set up to deliver superior results with things like competitor analysis and these expanded social tools. And you can do it all more efficiently on a platform that's been redesigned from the ground up for speed. It's really a complete overhaul of your agency's operating system.
You know, at the end of the day, HighLevel has done its part. They've dramatically shortened that path from idea to impact. They've given you the tools, the speed, and the intelligence to accelerate your growth. So the only question left to ask is, with all this new power at your fingertips, what are you going to build next?